Welcome, ladies, to the Real Estate InvestHER Show, providing inspiration, strategies, and insight to empower women investors to live balanced and financially free lives. Now, here are your co-hosts, Liz and Andresa.
Welcome back, ladies. This is Liz.
And this is Andresa.
And we are back with you on the Real Estate InvestHER Show, where we're all about supporting women living a financially free and balanced life, and whatever balance looks like to you. So we do these minisodes. We interview some amazing women during the month, but we also love doing these minisodes because you're getting kind of insight from the two of us, and we're in the trenches with you every day, investing in the business. So Andresa's on this week to talk about something amazing because she just has so many great little pearls of wisdom I always learn from.
Oh, geez.
I know. So, stop blushing.
No.
We don't like each other. We don't like each other at all. This is really hard for us to work together.
Really is. What I'm going to talk about today is one of my favorite topics. You guys already know I love construction. Nuts. I get it, but can't help it. So here's what I'm going to talk to you guys today. What you should have in place before you sign a contract with your general contractor. And here's what I'm going to be assuming: that you already walked their job sites, so you already knows what's going on there. They already walked your job site, so you already gave them your scope of work and your finishes list. And now you're on the point that you are waiting for the estimate to arrive. Right? So on our Facebook community, we have a question this week, and it talks about how long should I wait before I get my estimate? And my favorite answer is, it depends, right? Right? It depends. It depends if it is a single family house and you're doing just a few, updates. It is a full gut. Are you doing extension? Are you talking about a commercial where there's several subs that they need to get, the GC needs to get the subs estimates yet? So in order for him to give, or him or her, to give you his estimate or her estimate. So it really varies. What I am talking to you guys about is that he or she needs to keep in communication with you during that process. And you need to have that conversation before they leave your job site, meaning, when can I expect to receive your estimate? And the answer might be 1 week, 2 weeks. And during that process, it's like, is there any questions? Because questions usually come up. Hey, how about this? How about that? Oh, missing this, or can we change this or that? This is very common. What I don't like is when the GC just disappears and I don't hear anything. That can mean different things, right? We probably are not a good fit. What can I say? It's all good. I am vetting them and they are vetting me, and it's vice versa. It might not be a good fit, but I just need to know. And I don't rely on only one. So I cannot keep waiting. If I really like that person, I'll follow up and check, hey, just checking on you. Is there anything that you're missing? Because I haven't heard from you. But you really, like, disappearing, no communication is a red flag. And you cannot ignore that. Forget all excuses. You cannot ignore that. Okay? If you ignore, that's on you. I warn you. Okay. Second thing, when you receive that estimate, right? I don't want to hear rehab $100,000. I don't want that. I want to break down. I'm not talking a breakdown in terms of, oh, this is like 50 nails, whatever. I don't want that. I want like in chunks. I want HVAC, plumbing, electrical, carpentry, and then you go. Different areas. I want that. You know why? Because if I don't have that, I am not able to put together a payment plan and I schedule, because the payment plan and the scheduling are going to be tied to one another. And that's how we're going to monitor the progress. Otherwise, you're just like, what do we have this week? And I don't know the amount, the value that is expected. So without the breakdown, you're not able to put together a payment plan and a scheduling, which are essential for the success of your project. The number 3 tip is get their W-9 now, because you're gonna have to send them a 1099 at the end of for tax purpose. So get their information now and put on your Dropbox or whatever you keep it, because you can use that for future. It's hard to keep catching people during tax season for their W-9. So get it now. It's just part of the documents that I need to have when I am closing the deal. The other part, the number 4, is the insurance. You need to get their certificate of insurance with, the date, and make sure if they have workers' comp, you want to have that. If they don't have it, they have to have a waiver, and all this paperwork needs to be with you. You got to be added as an additional insured. It doesn't cost anything. Your lender might request that he's added as your additional insured as well. So make sure you have that in place. Next one is the contract itself. Make sure your attorney, not theirs, your attorney reviews the contract. If you have one that you want to use it, use that. If your GC, you have different GCs out there. Some of them are sophisticated and they have their own contract. I came across that their GC wanted us to use their contract. Cool. But my attorney is going to review and probably going to have a little back and forth until that's finalized. So expect that. That's just the way things are. On the contract, you got to make sure you have this last piece, which is the waivers. Every time you make a payment, your general contractor signs a waiver there that payment was received. He's going to cash it or he's going to deposit. If it doesn't, the waiver is void. It doesn't mean. So the waiver only applies once the payment is really, you pay the GC. And at the end of the job, you got to make sure you do have the final waiver there, right? There is a second tier of waivers if you're doing larger jobs that you want the subs also to do that, but I'm not going to get into that right now. It's important. This is very one-on-one and you must have it. It is just the way you do it. Because how I learned that, because I didn't have it, right? So once I pay somebody and still got a lien on my property, that's how I learned that. So all of those documents and process that I'm talking to you guys about should be on a folder. So when you buy a property, those are the step-by-steps that you got to follow so you don't forget. All right. I hope it helps you run your next project. And if you have any tips for me, I'm here to hear too.
I love it, Andresa. You always have a great way of like having a hard line. And I think that's really critical, like with these forms and, because you've learned, right? When you don't have that happen and you don't get the W-9 in advance, and you're chasing this person. It's just, so these all these suggestions, Andresa knows what she's talking about, just use them. Don't experience the mistakes. Just take it and hopefully implement it so you don't, have those.
Yeah, I already experienced all of this for you guys.
That's
so
right.
Just sharing.
And as always with all these minisodes, ladies, take something and put it into action in the next week. Because information's great, education's great, but it's useless when we don't actually do something with it. So that's what we're all about as we build our community, as we build our meetups across the country, and as we build our membership. So it's all about taking action.
Yes, and talking about membership, right? So this is something that Liz and I are very excited about, and we're going to have pods, what we're calling pods, which are mentors are going to be teaching people very specific topics. And I'm going to be running one about construction. So this is something that I'm very passionate about. We're going to deep dive on it. So stay tuned. If you want to be on our waiting list, please go to our Facebook page. You can see the link there, or you can go straight to our website, therealestateinvestor.com/waiting list. And you can put your name and email there, and we'll keep you in touch with you.
Awesome. Have a great day, ladies.
Bye. If you enjoyed this podcast and want to receive updates on our next interviews, go to our website, therealestateinvestor.com. There, you can subscribe to our show, become part of our InvestHER community, and get updates on upcoming episodes.
If you like our show, please share it with other women who would benefit. And don't forget to leave us a rating on iTunes. We'd really appreciate it. And as always, we encourage you to take one action as a result of today's show and put it into motion so you can live both a financially free and balanced life. Thanks for spending time with us.
Ciao.